Messianic.
Hello everybody, welcome to the next episode of The Attic. Today we have a special guest. We got Ben with us.
Hello.
Ben's very much into his whiskey and his rum, but we'll talk about his rum later on. It's going to be quite a rum based episode, this one. We'll throw obviously our normal bits of the whiskey stuff in with it, but we'll go from there. So do we want to do our normal start and get a dram poured?
Of course I, yeah.
Okay, first before we do that,
oh yeah, be nice.
Before we do that,
Okay, rewind.
it's a gift for Ben.
Hey. Well, actually, I come bearing gifts as well.
That's good. We do your gift giving and it's like bloody Christmas, isn't it?
I can't wait.
So,
And yours glass is better than ours because
I'd love that.
the engraving's nice on yours.
Oh,
see, it's got a wee bit more
Ours was real
gentleness
bad.
to it.
I'm getting better as I'm going with these. But we order these individually, obviously.
I think you hand
names, right?
engrave it. Yeah, you do it yourself.
Yeah, no. Just go on to Etsy.
Well, what the hell,
Oh,
man?
no,
It
you
costs
were
like-
meant to say yes, of
Oh
course.
yes, I
hand
do.
engrave
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I
exactly.
sit there with a little chisel and
That
Chisel,
jog
yeah.
to the car's taking away all your...
that's it. They're about 89,
Oh, so thank
89
you
quid
very
on Etsy. But like I say, have that today. Use that for your
That's
drink.
right, you leave the
Take
price
it
tag on
I
the
know.
Yeah, that's it. It's a gift, isn't it? Yeah. No, they were like 40 quid each. They were.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Too late now.
So, what are we gonna do for a dram? You just gonna lucky dip
Go,
it?
guy, go to look.
You want peated or unpeated?
Unpeated.
Unpeated. Good choice. We've got a couple.
Have
get
a look
heavy.
in-
It's getting pretty big, that, isn't it? Have they got anything on them?
No,
Oh,
no,
that's
it's
all
total
right then,
mystery.
that's all right.
You might-
They're
so-
mostly Irish
Right.
whiskies, but there
No
are
looking.
actually
Come on,
some.
no looking.
This may as well just take the first one out, isn't it?
That's the idea.
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh, that'd be an interesting.
That might be your sample. That's for the doctor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's
we've
a
got
few
like
surprises
that.
in there.
That's for your
Oh, M
Or a W.
to W. Isn't it? Whiskey.
Whiskey, maybe?
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, should you explain that Ben is also not Dave?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
Dave.
yeah. Well, but the thing is, are we going to do it in the same order? Have we
Who
decided
knows?
what order?
But
We don't
I'm
know
not,
yet,
I'm
but
not trying to edit around
In the
that
last
sort of
episode,
stuff.
when we did the Bledders, we did actually say that the next episode was going to be Bruichladdich, and we're going to have Dave Brodie coming up here with us. Well, Dave's had family visit and he's had other things going on. So what we've done is we've got Ben in to do this episode. We're going to get Dave in pretty soon as well to do his episode. So it depends how well Rodney does with the editing and stuff as to which order we get them out in.
Best not to vouch for me in any way at
Yeah,
all.
I know. I just pulled one out. I don't know what I've got.
Am I just filler then? I'm just filler for Dave.
Oh no, that's
No,
I'm
don't-
trying to
not
word
at all,
that
mate, not at
specially so
all.
you're not just
Yeah.
couldn't get Dave, so I mean, you know.
We've
Ben
got
will-
Ben.
Yeah, you'll have to do, Ben.
That's all right.
Back up Ben, that's what you do.
Yeah,
Share
that's
for the
it.
pinch.
So,
That's good.
cheers, everyone.
Yeah, cheers. I
Ah,
think
yeah,
should
we-
probably give it
Let's
cheers.
have a.
Oh, that was sounding a bit rough.
It's always good if you hold the bass. These are all right. But
I think I'm on the winner this time. We were
I
doing
was
this the other day. We
last
got
time,
absolute
last
rubbish.
time we did in the Bledders, we both had a
Scorching.
jam and they were both bloody awful. Absolutely awful, weren't they?
To be
Yeah.
fair, I couldn't pick it out from any of the other ones anyway, so I'm just gonna. It's gonna be a proper lucky dip for me.
No, we've no idea what it is.
That's not so bad
It's
actually.
mostly Islay.
Better than the last one.
That's pretty good.
Like I say, all these
I like
different
that one.
bottles, we take, I sterilise them and we refill them with
Oh, absolutely.
stuff when we get them. But
You know, you should see my sample bottles. They've just all got labels and
Aye.
everything on them.
that's it. But we've
I think I got one of the 25s.
you haven't.
I
It looks
think
too dark colour for 25 to me.
it's something nice. No, it's not 25 because it doesn't have to. We're not supposed to guess. We're cheating
The
on
idea is,
I
the
know
idea
you're
is we don't
breaking your
care
own
what
rule.
it's called. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It really doesn't matter. It's all
just
about.
want to drink some whiskey. That was good actually. I like that.
That's not bad.
There's
that.
some age on that though.
I think you could be right.
So I know that.
Go for a sip. I mean,
Aye, absolutely.
we've just created a new bubble every time.
So I say this is what we do. Yeah. So what we do is we have these jams, and it's
Yeah,
just a question of just enjoy the jam. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Rodney's put some forks here, so I assume he's got food coming later on.
Cheers, buddy.
Look at the
I like
face.
that.
Look at the face on him. Look.
Yeah, that's nice
Like
as
a
well.
bloody
I know.
expert. He looks like
So
an
what is it
expert,
though?
doesn't he?
That's is that down by the half, haven't we?
No
Same
idea.
arm, isn't it?
No idea. We don't know. So, say we've
Yeah, we're
got.
trying to stop ourselves.
Okay, let's
The
stop.
big
Let's
thing
not
is
do that.
these bottles are Bunnahabhain bottles, the 3CL bottle.
Oh yeah.
But
you reuse.
we're reusing them all.
Yeah,
So
we're
what
chipping
goes in
them.
these? It could be a mix of absolutely anything. People are giving us little drams and stuff like that.
That's going to be one of my favourite classes, I think.
Nice, very
Right, it's good. Like I say, it's not something we decided to do. Well, I did us both a glass each, and I thought, well, as and when people come up as guests up into the attic, it's a nice little takeaway.
Absolutely.
You stick it back in the box when you're done and take it away with you. But Johnny's got one as well, hasn't he? I think Johnny was the first guest
Johnny,
to get
you
one.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the ambient soundtrack
Yeah, we get that about 3 o'clock. The ferry comes in, and that's it. You can't hear a thing for like 2 minutes. But yeah, but like I say, we're in the attic. Some people actually don't believe we're in an attic.
It's definitely an attic. I can
It's a
confirm.
meticulously constructed set. Is what it is. That's what it is.
Took all of about 15 minutes to construct this set. I can tell.
That's it.
The second you go off camera, it's all, as you were saying, health and safety. It's just
that's it,
rigorously
yeah.
adhered to.
I can-
Even on camera, it's
There's
not
a guy
really
with a
on.
clipboard just right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Keeping
Yeah,
us in line.
works for Argyle and Beauties there, ticking off the boxes. But
Say
yeah,
hi
so
to the prisoner behind there.
you hear that one?
So they'll literally be, it's just shite.
the one we said with the blokes tied up to a piss stained mattress, handcuffed to a radiator.
Hi, Dave!
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
right.
why
That's,
Dave's not.
that's what actually happened.
Yeah,
Dave.
Dave's not allowed out until he's sort of improves his behaviour a bit. We'll unchain him and drag him out.
But
But yeah, so like I say, it's
Proper sweet.
this is the attic. Yeah, it's all right. Some of these are nice, aren't they? But I know that we've got some real good ones in there. Some might be blends, there might be all sorts. We really don't know. But that's the idea. It's like we were going to do it where we had a list and Maria would keep it so we wouldn't know. And then after the episode, she could tell
You
us what
find
we're
out.
drunk. But
Nah.
but our attitude is, you know what? Who cares?
there's so
what it
much
is?
danger taking this stuff so seriously. It's way better just going, am I liking this? Am I not?
Or you're not like, I don't know, keep
Yeah.
it simple.
Yeah.
Yes. or not.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it's all about for us because it's all about enjoying it, having a laugh and winging it a bit.
Maybe shooting
What's
you
that
down
wet
'cause you're
there? Is
coming
that the roof
prepared to
leaking?
like, walk us through it fully appreciated
No.
every
What
No.
is that the roof leak in there?
It is in 2 places.
Is it? Blimey. So we could talk about today then.
Whatever.
What do you
Whiskey,
think?
I suppose. We better
Well,
talk
no,
about
I
whiskey.
think we should talk a bit about rum.
Let's talk about
Don't
rum.
you, John Rodders? Are you ready for that? Or
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, a little bit. I'll give you a little introduction to Ben and what
Do you
he's
know
up
anything?
to. Not a lot. That's what I was saying. I'm going to give an
A little
introduction and then hand it over to Ben and you guys, and you can talk about it and tell us what you know. But Ben, basically, on the Isle of Islay with us, he's actually opening up his own rum distillery. So we're actually going to have rum made on Islay, which is hopefully an exciting thing to happen.
Absolutely.
Obviously, the
It is
show
exciting.
is a whiskey based show, but you know what? It's about Islay too. So as far as we're concerned, alcohol on Islay.
Yeah.
Get Ben up here. You can tell us a little about where the progress is at and
Well,
what
you'll
his
be taking
plans are.
locals, like you're dipping into the same layers of expertise that's lying
Absolutely,
about.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's not totally. It's
No,
a
it's-
distilling island.
No,
you know?
exactly.
it.
That's what I mean. But then there's like the Scotland or Islay has got like a heritage in distillation and spirits.
That's
So,
right,
You
absolutely.
know, and a lot of things do cross over
Absolutely.
from one
So,
to the other.
Like I say, this should be quite an interesting times, I think.
Definitely.
So the question is, how close are you to open? How near have we got?
I
Any
don't know.
timelines
Yeah,
yet? I
I
mean,
do have a
obviously
bit
it's
of a
still
thing.
early days and there's a
It
hell
is.
of a lot to do, but
So obviously with coronavirus and all that rubbish, it slowed the build of the distillery down a lot. So, but we are at stage now where the building's finished. We're just waiting on a new electricity supply to go
Port Ellen.
in Port Ellen.
Port Ellen.
So former lemonade factory in Port Ellen, and then it was so it was Hasties
The
lemonade.
wholesalers, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
Sort of
then it
like
went
that.
on to be wholesalers for Dunn's. It was, and
right.
then they just did distribution from there, and then it sat dormant and nothing happened with it for years.
It looked almost blooming derelict for a
It
while.
was,
but
it was-
it's what you guys have done. Just drove
Yeah.
past it again the other day, and it's
Yeah.
just looking.
It was
cracking with new
practically-
windows and lovely paint job and everything. It's looking really good from the outside, so.
Yeah, it was pretty much falling down when we put, they say, new windows, doors, all the render had to come off of it, new roof went on it, new floors inside where all the kind of plant and stuff's going to go.
Would have been cheaper knocking it down and starting again.
I don't know. In
Did
some
that cross
respects-
your mind at
It
one
did, of
stage?
course it did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then again, you've also got that. There's not really another building like that
That's
on
it.
Islay.
But it's the heritage that
It's-
comes
exactly,
with it, isn't it?
exactly.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got Scott Hasty, who's the grandson. Can't remember. I think he's grandson. Pretty sure it's grandson of the guys who built it originally.
No, well.
So there's a nice bit of history there.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
So you've got
Absolutely.
Scott doing the work on it and rebuilding what his grandfather.
Oh, he was doing. Aye, perfect. Good.
Yeah, so it's great that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's nice to have a local like that doing the work for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we've done that. The building's, like I say, building's almost there. We've got a few bits and pieces to do. Probably have a few retrospective jobs to do after the kit goes in.
Of course,
which
there's always
kinda-
snag list to do.
Yeah,
isn't there?
exactly.
There's always a way.
I sent a couple of pictures of. You had to think the bottom of the still is that all built now.
Mm.
You know, the base of the still had been
So-
fabricated and then.
The pot of the up to the neck, the flange and the neck is built now. Well, I seen that was a few weeks ago. We got those pictures through. So I imagine they've got a bit farther now, so they're probably on to kind of up round the top of the neck of it. So if you look at it in terms of if you take a whiskey still and like a normal pot, and it looks very similar to that to start with, and then you've got it's a traditional style of still that was used for making rum. So
what sort of size are we looking at?
it's 2,000 litres.
Oh,
Yeah,
decent.
so-
No,
Yep.
decent.
Good size.
So for a start-up, that's big. That's
Yeah,
big.
it is big. Yeah, I mean, it's more like I'm lucky with the people I've met and managed to go into business with. So it's myself and another company based out in Glasgow. So
one question for you.
Right.
What's it called?
Yeah.
Not named yet.
Well, no, we do. We kind of have a name.
But if you're not ready to announce it, don't.
No,
feel
no,
pressured
it's
into
not.
saying stuff you
We've
don't want.
got, like, you know,
not ready
we've
to.
got our Facebook page and social media and stuff like that, and just now it's just Islay Rum.
Mm-hmm.
So it may just stay as Islay Rum.
The Islay Rum Company.
Nice and
That'd be good.
simple.
But yeah,
You
but
can
someone else
argue
call
that.
that
Have
name.
they got that?
Yeah, someone another.
well.
Yeah, so we couldn't call it a rum company, but
Right.
it's still got. Actually got a trademark on Islay Rum as well.
All right, cool.
So we've got that, which is nice.
What we do towards the end then is you can, if you want to, you can give people your social media
Yeah, cool. Okay.
details, and if people want to join your Facebook or whatever, you're happy with that, then
Absolutely,
maybe
yeah.
could we hopefully get some people
You want
watching
to,
this.
if you want to, and I'll put it on anyway.
Okay,
we'll
okay,
tuck
whether you like it
it
or
on.
not.
Aye.
Like
yeah,
text, so you don't have
but
to-
we'll put it on there if that's what you'd like. And
If
what
you're
we
not
will
quite
do,
comfortable. Hello, folks.
and what
I'm
we
me.
will do, as we know you, what we'll probably do during future episodes is we'll every so often we'll give you a plug on
course,
here as
yeah.
well to
Cool.
hopefully generate. Certainly when more tourists start arriving, then
Yeah,
it's quite
definitely.
nice.
Yeah,
'Cause I
yeah.
assume you're going to do tours and stuff like
Well,
that.
eventually we
tastings
will.
eventually,
We've got. There's actually two
Is
bills.
he already going for a job?
yeah, that's right, yeah.
Like I'm saying.
So you are going to be
I'll
doing
be a
tours?
dodgy salesman if you need one. I'll get my suitcase out.
I've been known to talk bollocks a bit. Can I get on?
I don't want to get Russell in here. No, yeah. So I mean, there's other building that's on the site as well. So that's kind of like a future phase.
All right.
So we'll get that up.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're thinking about doing some sort of visitor centre, maybe a little warehouse or something like that. So
Oh,
yeah.
good.
So most of the stuff we make is going to be going away to the mainland.
Is it?
Just we don't have the space on
No,
site.
of course, yeah,
So,
yeah.
so bottling things like that will get done in the mainland.
Yeah, just have a limited supply there for like tours,
Yeah,
tastings,
kinda, yeah.
local sales maybe, and
That's
then
it, aye.
everything else have it out of Glasgow, I assume, is it?
Yeah, it's Glasgow, pretty much.
Like I was over at your house some point, and basically, I wasn't out of my skull quite, but I wasn't in full focus.
Spend most of the day like that. What are
And
you on
you-
about?
No, yeah, that's from lack of sleep, not from. That's
Oh,
just
right,
different
okay.
reason.
We
So,
go with that.
but you come through about I don't know 5 maybe, I don't know, different kinds of rums, right?
Yeah.
And all I remember is, oh, I never knew that. That's all I remember.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all. So I'm assuming we're kind of get into that at some point.
Yeah, I mean,
But
yeah.
we're talking about what you've got room and don't have room for. Is there a slightly different element of it? Is maturation much of a thing with rum?
Absolutely, yeah. It's just as much as it is with whiskey.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, if you think about it with whiskey, the reason why there's so much matured whiskey out there is because it has to be legally matured.
Yeah.
But with rum, there is no legal minimum age to call something a rum.
And it goes into wooden casks.
Wooden casks.
Because my question is, Bacardi is a white rum. How does that stay clear? Not
So
tarnished from a cask?
white,
Or is it kept in steel?
No, it's Bacardi white, like Bacardi white or the unaged or their white rum. They age it. I can't remember if it's like 6 months or something like that.
Ah, right.
But what they do is they'll filter it, charcoal filter it to remove the colour of it. It just kind of rounds it off before they bottle it.
And you're looking at doing all the different types of rum, or
Well,
you're going to stick with one initially
yeah, I
and
mean,
then branch out? I mean, it's
There's
not-
kind of like a misconception about rum. It's a good thing.
Here
So
we go. Here we go.
yeah, here we go. So if I said to you, what type of rums do you think there are?
See, 'cause I only know like white rum, your Bacardis. I know navy rum, spice rum.
You're doing
I
good,
don't know
then.
what else there is. That's pretty much as I know, probably. But there's probably bloody hundreds out there.
Right, so for say for example, obviously you've got white rum, unaged rum,
Yeah.
spice rum, or flavoured rum. That's a whole category of its own kind of thing. Then you just said navy rum. Navy rum's traditionally a blend of rums.
Is it?
So, and that's what navy rum is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was navy rum. There was a blend of different rums, and it was a lot of the time it was, like you say, used for the navy or something like that.
1970 or something.
They used to give this to the
stuff
sailors
yeah.
for nothing. They would give them
Like a
that
cup
and
full of
cigarettes.
Yeah, you
They
get
used to
your-
the navy
your
cigarettes as well. They used to get
Geld,
literally
yeah.
while you're months at sea.
Otherwise, they'll mutiny.
Yeah, that's it.
You had to do it.
Yeah.
Keep them happy, sedate.
dose them out. Yeah.
So you've got so people think that, but then naturally, really, there's only a few types. Well, the same kind of thing as with Scotch whiskey. If you think there's Scotch whiskey, and then there's like grain whiskey or blended whiskey, single malt whiskey. They're all different. So with rum, you've kind of got the same thing. So you've got unaged or white rum. Then you've got aged rum, which is the same kind of thing with whiskey. You don't when you're talking about whiskey, you don't say, oh, there's dark whiskey and light whiskey, is there?
Yeah, with you. Yeah.
So and the same thing, whiskey's caramel coloured, rum's the same thing. It's all about consistency. Same in the whiskey industry. So and bourbon as well, actually, that man.
And will you artificially colour?
I think for some of our main lines, or like if we've got the car,
To keep it
you want, exactly. It's the same reason that everyone else does.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it's not something that it's 100% we're going to go for yet because
It's such early days. I'm asking you questions that are probably
so
so far down the
Clear,
line.
no, every day.
But I can imagine they've already gone through your own head.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
You've
I've
got
thought about it.
You've been obsessing about this for years.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I need to mention,
7 years.
Miami.
Seven's the build up
Rodders.
to this.
Oh, probably. I don't know. I'm thinking.
I need to mention Miami. Do you not remember we had a discussion and I said, I'm sure Ben went to Miami and he went on a tour and met up with some distiller and he gave you a real good insight. And I don't know where the hell I heard that conversation
That was
come
just
up.
in your skull somewhere.
It's
But
rattling
I'm
around
sure
there.
it happened, and then we were driving. I went to pick Ben up, and as we were driving back, I mentioned the Miami
yeah.
thing.
You weren't supposed to talk in the car, so you.
That was it.
I
That
know,
was
that's
pretty
why we
much it.
stopped. We
That was
just,
pretty much it.
looked
Other
at
than
the
that,
window
we
after
spoke about
I was
floral
warning them
arrangements.
about wasting his conversation. 'Cause
That's it. That's why we didn't take you, Rodders.
Yeah.
We need your
I've only got
verbal
3
liquid
minutes of
gold
personality a day. So
on a good day. Oh, it's the weekend, so we'll give you an extra couple of
give me
minutes.
a pat on the back for being funny the last time.
Who did? I did. Yeah, but we're not talking about looks.
Nah.
That's not the funny people are looking for.
No, I think I said.
Oh, you said something funny. The only funny thing you said
just
was
must have been in a good
Johnny's statement.
mood. Sure, I know it was Johnny's
You'd
joke.
rather
wasn't
be.
it? Never mind, doesn't matter. So anyway, you went to Miami. Is this the truth?
Yeah,
Or is he
no,
just-
I did actually. Yeah, so when it was probably, like I say, it was maybe
That's probably 3 or 4 years ago now. Is it? Would that be
probably a
right?
bit longer than that actually. I think. Yeah. So no, it was before 4 years.
So that's
ago,
how long this has been.
in
An
there.
idea in your mind.
Well,
of
yeah, I
what
mean,
what you're looking at.
Like I say, it's probably about 7 years that I've been thinking about doing it. 'Cause I'm sure it's around 6 or 7 years. And I started my own company. I
Which
started
is
a
good because he's
register-
only 17 years old.
I am, yeah.
So he's 10 years old.
pretty
That's
good going for a young entrepreneur and everything like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I was young when I started thinking about it, and probably quite naive a lot of the time as well. What I was thinking about.
Well,
I could make my own booze.
What exactly?
one drunken night sat around a fire on the
Precisely.
beach. I know what.
No. Well, that's like, you come when you.
Yeah.
I'm one of these people who's always thinking about like get rich quick ideas. It's really not been that quick all of.
No, that's it. But the idea is a
Well, yeah, but then that was
fantastic idea.
I had
We've
a
got-
few different ideas.
Like you say, on Islay, we've got the whiskies galore. We've got
Yeah,
whiskies here. Name of a film, wasn't it? Whiskey galore.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
we've got gin on the island as well. We've got wine. We've got all these other alcoholic drinks on there. Why the hell shouldn't we have rum here?
This is sort of detour off your Miami story.
Like you always
Better
do.
be
That's right.
This is like this all
once
the
we-
Oh,
time.
yeah,
isn't
well,
it?
yeah.
All the
Yeah,
time.
great
It's
Miami
happening.
story. But I was going to ask, like Elixir, they've got permission to build just outside.
Yeah.
Are they looking at doing rum as
Yes,
well?
they are. Yeah.
Is this a good thing?
I don't know.
We
You know,
could cut this if we turn out this, the
Fucking
controversial.
wankers.
They heard
Do
about
you
my
want
idea.
the PC
and they just-
version or not?
But I
No.
think
Speak from their guts.
But I think more people would want the stuff made local, made by a local, not
Well, we were
not mass
declaring
produced in.
Do you know what? There's
I think it's going to be a bit more
Well,
bijou.
there's room for all
Bijou?
sorts
No,
in this industry. We welcome
Absolutely.
them.
He's been
Well-
reading the corporate stuff at work again. Look at him.
I'm trying to do Ben, as I say, the PC
no,
version.
it's fine. No, because the thing is, although, like I say, when I registered the company, and not long after that, there was a trademark registration coming up for Islay Rum, and it was another couple of guys who had applied for the trademark. They never ended up getting it in the end, funnily enough. And then that kind of triggered me thinking, like, is someone already jumping on the bandwagon
Yeah,
of what
do I
I'm
need
trying
to
to
act
do?
quickly?
But doing it. And then I tried to keep the ball rolling. I was like working on it. This was quite a long time ago. And you know, there was another couple of guys who I ended up talking to about it, and they were going to do rum, and I was like, well, I don't have a monopoly on it, do I? It's
No.
not like I've got the say to say anyone who you can't do it. So you know, I just need to get on with it, and I need to think that in my own head, I know that Elixir distillers, they're looking at doing whiskey and rum.
Is that the Sings?
Yeah, it's the kind of thing, yeah. So he's a whiskey exchange guy.
Yeah.
So and
which is a good thing down in London, I think.
It's
It's
I've
a
been
good
to,
organisation.
I've actually met him a couple of times.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so yeah, fair enough. They want to do it. Absolutely go for it. But at the same time, it's not going to be as good as ours, so it's fine.
Yeah, there you go, nice and simple.
Handcrafted is what you should be like. But then
That's a load of whack.
Yeah,
That's really.
Of course it is, but you look at the gin side of things. You've got botanists coming out of Bruichladdich, fantastic gin. But that Erebus gin is selling well. They're doing well for themselves. You know, there's room for more than one.
There is, yeah. I mean,
no, as long as because you could be nice pat on the head, just like yes, everyone's welcome. Ours will be better.
Well, yeah, I mean, but then you have to.
That should be your logo.
Well, do you know our actual little tagline is the original Islay Rum?
Absolutely.
And I got that in early.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Because these other guys were thinking about doing it, and then you've got Second the Singing and Alexa Distillers, they were thinking about doing it, and you've also got over in Jura. There's a couple over in Jura who are, as far as I'm aware, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, if I don't.
We spoke nonsense on this episode. It's later we correct everything.
Oh,
the next episode we do research.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, so
Sometimes.
I think they were doing. I'm not sure if they're doing a spice rum or a blended rum or something like that. But as far as I was aware, they were buying the rum in, and it was more like a bottling exercise or adding their own flavours to it, which is again absolutely go for it. But the whole reason I love rum so much and the way I do it is I love the history about it as well. So when I decided that we were going to do a rum distillery, and I've been looking into the history for it for years now, and I definitely don't know everything there is. Every day's a learning day.
Oh, absolutely.
But I also appreciate how it was made, and you look at that's why we're going for the design style we're going for, because it's a twin retort traditional style for making rum. You get a specific flavour from that still, and you can do some really quite cool things with it.
I was going to ask you actually, a lot of people basically think of it as a mixy drink, and we're obviously really loose up here. But is there a part
Who
you
is?
oh no, you're right strict and on the ball and whatnot, are you?
Come on.
You're fancy. I forgot how fancy.
You're belittling my professionalism, Rob.
Right, I am that. And it was an assumption.
Lack of.
Does a part of you go, no, rum's a proper drink, like
It is a proper drink, though.
add your Coke, add your Coke, but taste it first. Have you got that?
No, I mean, would you add Coke to one of the whiskies in that bag?
No, exactly.
Well,
that's what I was going to
The
ask
last
you.
episode, that Blethers I would have done, 'cause that was awful. Wasn't it? I described it at the end of the episode. Was it a 12-year-old?
Listerine.
12-year-old
And the
Listerine.
second you said it, I was like,
That's it.
pretty close. Yeah, which is hellish to say.
But no, I mean, the thing is, although, if you take a rum that's been aged for 18 years,
Yeah.
in the Caribbean of all places, because you get like 3 of our years to 1 of their years, with the heat difference
To
and
get that, it
humidity.
gets them stronger and
Oh,
stronger.
absolutely, yeah. But they're also losing. What's the Angel share in whiskey get?
Yeah, it's like 1.5, 2 sometimes.
Percent. So sometimes it's like 10%.
So you're getting that thing where the alcohol's going up all the time.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah. So you end up, but then there was a rum I had. It was a 13 or 14-year-old or something like that from Martinique. It was rum agricole, which is made from sugarcane juice rather than molasses. And and I was sitting thinking, reading the bottle, and they lose if you had 10 casks, it's something ridiculous. They're losing casks by the time it comes to actually bottling it.
That's what they say about the Indian whiskey, isn't it? They're so hot in them warehouses that our Angel share might be sort of 1% a year or something silly, but theirs is like 30% a year.
Right,
literally, you're getting a third of a cask left at the end of any kind of maturation.
That's it. And it's
Right, I'm going to interrupt you now.
No,
Ben,
go for it.
Right,
Wow.
and the reason being, we're going to go and do an outside broadcast now. We're going to pass you out to someone. The camera's about to stop in a minute, so we'll reset it. When we come back in, we'll have a dram of the Ben stuff.
That's good to me.
What do you reckon? Yeah.
Happy with that.
So what we do, we'll hand you over to somebody out there doing some. Hopefully, it's not that bloody ugly bird that did the ugly bird that did the old astronomy last week, or what it was astrology.
Oh, I need to watch it now.
Dear God, you don't seriously don't. You
It's
you
not.
can't unwatch Ben.
It's unhinged. There's no-
Anyway, this old bird that we had on for the leather, she was
it's a bit
fugly
traumatic.
comes to mind, but I don't. But anyway, it
I'm
won't
not sure
be
what the
her.
modern
It won't
term
be
for
her.
it is, but yeah, fugly.
So please don't panic. It won't be her again next time. So it will be somebody else out here now. So we'll hand you over, and we'll come back to you in a minute, and we'll get some rum on the go. Let's see what Ben's all about and what he likes, and we'll go from there. So
Can't wait.
thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in a bit. See you in a while.
Right, I come with beer and gifts.
Gorgeous.
What the hell was that? Ooh.
Oh, wait a second, I got you the wrong fucking person.
Yeah, you
There's only two to choose from.
I know, and I got the wrong. I got 50-50 choice.
Nice
You
one.
work with a copper as well.
See, we could actually have these. I don't know how high the camera, but yeah, that would be alright, huh? We could have these on display. So what are they?
They're bottle openers.
Oh, fucking me, of course.
If you, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Just hook it on.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
if you go like,
Nice.
if that's your bottle, you do that and take the stop off.
look at that.
Oh shit!
Cheers. That's
Pretty
yours.
good.
Did you know he was doing forging
Oh,
it
that's
as well?
Yeah, I saw the knife. The knife you did.
That's amazing stuff.
Cracking.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Nice one, mate. Thank you.
That's right. You're welcome. I had to come with something, didn't I?
Well, no, you don't have to.
You did not have to come with
That's the
something.
thing. We get you up here because we want you up here, not because we want to see what you're going to bring. You're not recording yet, are you?
It's all embossed with
Are you
the
recording?
name and everything. Aye.
I come with a lime.
He's come with a lime. Okay, so
that's for later.
welcome back, guys. Thanks, whoever that was doing whatever they did. Hopefully, it wasn't that ugly bird we had last week.
Yeah.
I'll say we're
put that up
going.
in front of the light there, or just on.
Yeah, let's get these bottles out of the way. Let's get these peated ones out. They can go back in the peat bag. Here we go. This is the peated jam bag. Obviously, we don't have quite as many of those, but so Ben's actually brought some gifts because he does a bit of handwork at home, forging and stuff like that. And he's actually made us. Let me show you. He's made us a bottle opener. Oh Christ, where's the camera? There you go. Look, bottle opener. So you put it under the lip of your bottle and hoik it off. And he's even put a little. It looks like copper. Is that copper, Ben?
It's copper, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a part of your still, is it? We ain't stolen. You ain't got two big holes in your still, have you? So he's done that with our names on, which is a really nice gift. Thank you very much,
Nice
mate.
of you to laugh.
Very nice. But I've just given you a dram. Did you see it, Ben?
I did see it.
Yeah. So I want you to have a look at it. Tell me what you think.
I'm going to drink it now.
You don't have to. You can just have a wee taste of it and then go on to some of your own if you like. It's entirely up to you. But it was just one I wanted you to. Yeah.
I'm going to put it wrong now. I'll put it there.
Yeah. Let's stick it down here.
We're,
We're,
Never.
An inconvenience, bloody hell.
I know, just get it in the way.
I'm barely in the frame anyway. I can just be edged out.
Oh yeah, I was going to say actually, you need to get in there.
yeah.
Have a look.
Is your camera rolling all right, Rodders?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's not actually.
Well, so we have the two on the go, and then a couple of episodes ago, I bloody lost everything on mine. The whole lot
Oh,
went.
that's annoying.
What's that?
Wow.
Yeah, we lost it. I literally had about 13 minutes left, didn't I?
Oh, you're
'Cause
not
one-
used to compassion.
I
Just saying.
was very confused by what that comment
What
was.
is it?
How dare you? Oh,
Oh, you're
Yeah,
relating,
yeah,
you're relating to my pain. That's a lovely human thing.
but I don't know what you'll think of this one.
It's hell of a
but
dark anyway, isn't it?
I have no idea, mate. Like I said, I know
Do you know
nothing
what it
about
is?
I
You
know.
don't know,
I've
do
got the
you-
bottle. I've got the
Oh,
bottle
okay.
sat somewhere.
Pretty boring.
I got given this about 18 months ago, and I've opened it.
I'm gonna-
I've opened it for you.
I'm going to say that could be wrong here, right enough, but I'm going to say it's probably like a Spanish rum or something like that, or maybe
Could
South
be.
American.
You
or
could be
something.
right. I have no idea. I don't know where the
You
bottle
have
is.
to tell me.
I will do in a minute. I've got to find the bottle for it. It's a Cadenhead.
Oh right, okay. So I was thinking, see if it was the Cadenhead's actually pretty good, but a lot of the time they don't tell you where it's from in the bottle. It's not a Spanish one, I don't think. Then
That's what you got.
yeah, it's a classic.
Doesn't it go by, as you were saying, what kind of molasses or cane or juice, or like juice or whatever the other one was?
It doesn't drink like 50% anyway.
No. Any good? I've not even.
So it's
tried
a
it.
blend. It's a blend.
Is it? I'll just have a tiny splash in my glass just to see, and then I'll go
But
on
it's really,
some-
to be honest, it's really, really easy drinking.
Is it? You want to try
Yeah.
some, Rob?
It's not-
glasses there if you don't.
Oh, I'll do it for you, you lazy bastard. Fucking since when I've been your bloody barman. Yeah, we won't have too much of this, but we'll have a try of some of what Ben's got and stuff.
Thank
But-
you.
Now, this was a guy that came into the distillery about 18 months ago, And he bought loads of whiskey, loads and loads, he said. And there's me and actually Dave Brodie that were in the shop. And he turned, I said, "Do you guys drink rum?" I said, "Oh, we get, yeah, I love it." I says, I barely drink rum in my life. But if you know he's obviously going to be giving you something, if you say no, you're like, who gives away alcohol? You're not going to hire. So the guy came in and gave us a bottle of this each. I actually just realised you might have
Yeah,
seen
that's
the
almost
box.
like it's got cream in it.
But I still haven't tried it yet, but that's how it came, look, in this little box.
Yeah. Cadenhead's is a good bottler, to be fair.
And I found out Cadenhead is an independent bottler,
Yeah.
and they are the oldest independent bottlers in Scotland.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can't blame.
I only noticed that when I was actually trying to look it up and see what kind of price point. What's that noise? Is there a phone in here or something?
Mate, it was Siri talking to me. Shut up.
Shut up. Yeah.
How dare you?
But what I'll do, Ben, is we've got some 50 and 100ml bottles. I'll actually do you a little bottle to take.
Oh,
Look,
sweet,
we'll
thank you very much.
get it to you at some
Can't believe
stage.
it, right?
But I don't know if it's any good
Just
or not.
give you
but-
some tips, you know, to improve your product. So, any if you're looking
But have you...
Do you know,
Take
I can almost smell molasses with this now you've mentioned it. Does that make sense? Would it be that?
Yeah, of course.
Would I get that on the nose?
Yeah.
We're
I've
not
got
very.
no sense of smell, so I don't even.
You know, we're not very pretentious though. You know where people go,
That's
"Oh,
all right.
yes, I'm getting hints
Please
of
do.
all
I
they
go on,
do
do
You
the
see the
swirl.
legs. I would
Do
see
the
the
swirl.
legs.
Yeah, that's it.
Go on about
When the
the
legs
legs.
smell
Don't
a
get
bit.
him fucking starting on legs, seriously.
Oh,
Him and
he's
his
banging
bloody
on about
church
it.
windows.
Hell.
For fuck's sake.
Just copy
It's,
other people.
That's soft, isn't it?
That's what I mean. It's really easy drinking, that.
That'd be too easy. I'd be going on my arse
Especially
in
when
about an hour of
it's
this.
50%, so that's quite good.
Decent, isn't it?
I like
But
this
then,
though.
to be fair though, there's not... it's nice, but...
Do you know what though? There's no legs to this. There's no finish. I mean, sorry. There's no finish to
That's what
that.
I'm saying, there's not much there.
No, once you've drunk it,
It's a bit
gone.
thin. It's a bit thin.
Yeah, like,
Oh, so you're focusing on you want a rum that goes on, that lasts a while, gives you a bit of a finish.
Yeah, it depends what you want, although, doesn't it? It depends
Yeah.
what you want out of it.
so to me, that's
Because
got no legs on it. No finish on that.
You
at
just
all.
got legs in the brain, mate.
I have, yeah. Funny place to have them, but normally they hang from my arse. But today, they're on my brain. But seriously, there's no finish to that at all. No length of finish to that. It's almost like once it's in there and you've gone,
Yeah.
you get a very, very little linger there, but nothing. And him,
That's
don't
nice
get him
though, I can
started.
drink
He can taste things in his nose. Did you know that?
Do you...
Yeah, it
Really
tastes kind of
It's all right,
something
though, isn't it?
dairy almost about
See,
it.
for
That's
me,
nice.
because I'm sweet tooth, a little bit of lemonade or Coke with that'd be stunning for me.
No, I make Ben cry. That's what I'm talking about.
I know.
Proper drinking is.
I know, but
No, to be fair though, you can easily have that. I'm not saying I don't drink it with Coke. Of course I drink rum and Coke. And I drink the cocktails and shit like that. I like a daiquiri. Daiquiri's one of the best mixed drinks there is.
Oh.
But like it's easy, really easy drinking.
that was really easy compared to
I
the
know,
whiskey
that's
I'd had before. I don't know what percentage of what that was, but that was like a kick in the arse again.
A little bit
That's
deep.
like another 12-year-old Listerine I've just drunk.
That's a shame. Did you get a sip of my one?
No, you didn't offer me one, you tightwad.
Oh, Ben got a wee sip of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good actually. It tasted a lot the same as I drink. It was good, yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm sat next to Ben.
But,
My dad's bigger than your dad. Yeah, fuck off. Just tight arse.
right, so
So what you got then, Ben? What we got here? We've got quite. So let's move.
We have got-
It's actually very sensitive underneath, so.
Me, I'm a
Yeah.
sensitive soul. Yeah. Very much.
we have got
So what we got then?
a selection.
Holy hell, I didn't see it. Aye.
Yeah, so and they're
Not for you.
all shapes. You're out the camera.
You can go yourself.
Oh.
Sorry. Go on.
Right, got a couple of mystery balls, and we've got some other random stuff. So that's one of the craziest rums you'll get. That's called Savannah Hare, and hare is the mark of it. It's Savannah's where it comes from, but it's
Savannah's in
unaged-
Georgia,
No,
America. No? Savannah. That's the only Savannah I know.
In Africa.
it's
Oh, is it?
where you smell that?
I don't have a sense of smell.
Oh, you'll smell that.
It's got no sense at all. Common is the main one he's lacking.
Oh.
You definitely smell that.
Very fruity, that to me. Really, fruity. But
yeah.
I don't know if it's citrus so much, but definitely fruity. It's almost berries, like raspberries or something along those lines to me. That.
So, wait, to be fair, you want to.
I'm
We'll get a wee section for you.
That's perfect, mate. That's perfect. Yeah, just to get a bit on the old.
Give me a second.
Oh God, it opens it right up when you get it in the glass. What's the matter with you?
Just choking.
He's
Well,
such a fatty,
I'm
isn't he,
enjoying this. I wasn't wanting to just start.
Nick it!
You-
That's only rum, aye. Fucking
Aye. You'll never make a sailor on me.
Yeah.
What sort of legs has that got on it? Well, strength has that got on it?
Back again.
Fucking legs.
But
I
I
know.
know, I've got them in my head now.
That's
Just talk about dwarfs for a few seconds.
Oh,
I'll flush
it's
flush
short
the
legs.
legs out.
Short legs.
57.
Alright.
Yeah, so it's pretty strong.
That is like drinking Fisherman's Friend.
Right, we'll put that down there.
Oh, but that is so smooth.
It's nice.
It's
though.
nice, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just.
What was that?
That was the fork.
Oh no, we're
What's
heading into
about these
this. Look.
forks? Are we getting food or what? I'm hungry now.
Yeah, but you're not going to like it.
Ah,
I was
well,
looking-
why would you do
I was
it?
looking at. Actually, it's interesting what you're saying because whoever I was looking at, I just like what do people think of as food and rum, right? It's not a pairing because it's not specific to any given rum. There's basically pineapple, right?
Fuck me.
Pineapple, I love pineapple.
But the guy, whoever I was looking at, or one of them, the guy was saying white rum is basically the slut of rums.
Rum slut. Oh, there's that Col and Rodders I was talking about.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
So he was
Don't
saying
tell him we
chicken
spoke
and
about
spicy chicken
Sounds good to me.
and pineapple.
I'm coming back here. I like this. Actually, you're not going to be able to get rid of it. I'm just going to turn up when another.
fantastic.
Nah, just bring a bag, you're good.
There we go. There's some spicy chicken and rum. Spice.
Where are you going to put this?
That's peaty, isn't it?
I think that's why I think it's a whiskey. I don't think it is rum. I think
I
it's
don't
whiskey.
think it is. I think that's
What? It's a mystery one.
Well, not
It's a
really.
mystery,
It says what it is on it, but I could.
Coroni cask.
So Coroni's a distillery
Have a nose of that.
that's no longer open.
Right.
It's shut. I think I've got a few. I can't remember really, but I think it's in the 90s it shut. And
Are there any peated rum?
I've done like peated spiced rum with basically I've done peated.
Drink it with the rum now, or eat it with the rum. You're not.
Eat it with
you're not-
drink
it with the
drink
rum.
that chicken with a rum.
Yeah.
Drink the chicken.
I think I've dropped a fork somewhere, Roddy.
My fork.
Probably.
Is it in there? It is in there.
Is it
It's
inside?
inside.
Yeah, take that one, Roddy. That hasn't touched my lips. That's just literally.
You're going to take the grotty ground fork.
Yeah, no problem. It's our wobbly table. It's your idea, Roddy.
Close the table.
The Coleman bottle's supposed to weigh it down.
I've got 2 bottles in there.
Give me the can. I'll open that without slicing my fingers
Hold
open.
on to that, Ben. I don't want to.
That's right. I'll chuck that down there.
See, the
and
bottles
you've
inside
done
this
that.
is weighing it down are the ones that are coming up for our tastings.
All right.
I'm going to slide that back a bit. There you go. This is Rodney. He loves all this.
I love that.
This
This
whole
great, yeah.
car thing. I'd have just put like that bedside table there.
This looks better.
You think so?
Oh, marketing wank right there.
Don't
There
encourage
you
him.
go.
101.
That's some taste in natural materials versus MDF nonsense. Better check.
Go for it.
That's all right. Don't even need an orange label, does it?
What shit were we talking about?
Shut up, man. Now look at the donuts for full price.
Oh yeah, the whiskey and donuts. I forgot about that.
That's the
So
best.
now we've got rum and co-op chicken.
Co-op's what we've got. you know.
Classy. We've got what you got exactly.
But do you know what? That's had 99 views, that episode. I'm waiting for it to turn 100.
We're gonna celebrate.
To be quite honest, I don't know what to do with that.
What?
I take a bit of chicken, then I can taste chicken and spices and rum.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how that's working
I'm not
together.
sure what the hell that's supposed to
I'm
accomplish.
actually worried that's really quite spicy. So is that just going to dull my senses?
I'm gonna have some of the pineapple now.
Yeah, well,
ease it off.
Yeah, I've been.
And have a good bit of water.
Right. I like pineapple.
Oh, yeah, a bit of water in between. No, but that, did you say Cadenhead? Is that what it was?
Cadenhead.
Cadenhead.
No, the one we just had.
Hamden.
Hamden.
Hamden
I
Estate.
was getting head for.
Should remember that. That's the old football stadium.
Well, that's another interesting fact, actually.
Oh,
So
here we
I'm
go.
going to bore you with something else.
No, you're not boring
Right.
at all, mate.
Hamden, obviously you've seen its football stadium. There's fucking piles of places in Jamaica that are named after British places.
Oh, there is.
So obviously when you go back to like sort of colonization of Jamaica, there was a part of what I can't remember the percentages. So this is going to be you have to cut and correct it at the end.
No, we'll review
Some
it
other
in the
day we'll-
leathers. You're
yeah.
good, don't worry.
Right. So again, I was watching. It was another guy, Dave Broom and Daniel
he does
Daniel
our
Motley.
face day.
Yeah, so Dave Broom and Daniel Motley they've got a YouTube channel called the Liquid Antiquarian. I can never say that word. Liquid Historians.
Sure.
And they were talking about rum and slavery and all that goes on hand in hand with that, because it does come in hand pretty much.
Right.
But at one point, Jamaica was made up with like this ridiculous percentage of Scots. There was so many Scots in Jamaica. It was like 10% of the population, or maybe even more than that. I can't remember,
Yeah.
but it was something ridiculous. And because it was a case of people went to Jamaica from Scotland and there's the UK, set up a sugar plantation, made loads of money, and then came back to Scotland.
Yeah.
It's
And built a
Fair
football,
bit of-
and built
fair
a
bit of-
football
oh,
stadium.
okay, take a wee drop.
Good on them. What is this one, Ben?
so this one is.
I did have a sneak look at the label. It said
Yeah.
Scottish rum.
It is. Oh shit! That's good.
So I don't need a little bit, mate. It's only a little bit. It's good. I should be pissed time we've gone through all this lot.
It's the ambition.
That's I was going to say that's the idea.
Yeah, it is, but-
I said downstairs I'm really good at
But
it.
the health and safety element of getting back down that ladder comes
Gravity,
into
man.
question.
Gravity.
Gravity, yeah.
There looks like
Only one
there's-
step. 13 rung ladder, and you're at the bottom in one step. That's good.
So this is made by a guy called Colin up in Orkney.
Good looking fella, is he? Name like Colin.
Tastes
Oh,
much
he's-
more like sugar.
Oh really?
It's
He'll
creamy on the
fucking
nose.
slap you for that.
It's very creamy on the nose.
This is he makes this.
Slappy.
Yeah. Well, if you say it tastes like sugar, if it tastes, well, to be fair, it depends because he doesn't. The whole thing in rum is no one. There is some places that'll add dose of rum, so they'll add sugar or sweetener to it to make it, or glycerin to make it seem like it's better
Sure.
than it actually is. But Colin's good lad. Cracking rum. He makes it from molasses, and it's double distilled in his pot still up there. With a
Oh,
decent,
where, sorry?
Orkney.
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 Yep, up in Orkney.
Yep.
And he makes fucking really, really good rum. There's a couple of them. There's another guy, I'll have to shout them out, I suppose. Another guy, Sugar House Rum. He's based in Glasgow, and again, brilliant rum.
Feel free to.
Yeah, it's because
Oh,
you're
yeah,
basically,
okay, yeah,
you're
yeah.
basically taking down the whiskey world from the inside.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Listen,
I'm,
everyone, you thought you were fans of whiskey, but it turns out it's
Rum
it's
is so much
shite,
better.
Rum's the business.
Rum is the business. It's definitely better. Anyway,
But
so
bear in mind, Ben was born and bred on Islay. He's an Eler.
I wasn't born on Ireland.
Oh, you're not?
No,
I thought you were.
Shit there.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
even going to start that because it might be.
We never got round to the Miami episode. You're
Not
already-
yet,
already
yeah.
gumping up his autobiography.
No, I just thought you were.
No, I think I consider myself as Neil. Like, I've lived here for pretty much all my life. I lived in Jura before that and Ling before that, so I was always island hopping. But yeah, no, I've lived
So
here.
really,
for
he's been brought up around whiskey. So
I have, but
for
you know
him
what,
to be like this passionate about something other than whiskey is quite
The
interesting.
thing is, I'm passionate about spirits in general, though, because I love the process. I almost love the process.
Like ghosts and
Oh, exactly.
Oh,
That was
so-
fucking terrible.
different spirits.
That was terrible. I thought you were meant to be the funny one, and he's meant to.
Funny looking.
What?
I'm the funny looking one.
No, what I was going to say is when
That
it
was
Oh,
awkward.
here's a.
Yeah, not at all.
One of the. When I was growing up, I used to stay in Bruichladdich when I was whippersnapper.
Alright.
Not that long ago, actually.
You wish.
And we used to always be around Bruichladdich Distillery, in and out and stuff like that. And you poke your head in the still house and stuff like. Everything was open at that point. And the casks up the back of the distillery there. Probably get in trouble for saying this. You can cut this out, although. The casks up the back of the distillery, up the back, with the bond warehouses at the back. All they used to be up in the stouts, all the empty casks.
Aye.
But they always used to have something in them still. So we and one of my buddies decided it was going to be a great idea. We were
Dregs
going
out.
to this venture. Dregs out the casks into plastic Coke balls through a pair of tights. We ended up with
Sure,
like
yeah.
20 odd litres of
Yeah,
this
that's really
whiskey that
filtered.
came out exactly. And but I get someone must have caught us in the end because we went back to our stash one day and it was all gone. And we never did that.
Oh, you weren't taking it home. You were just putting it.
Oh, we
nearby.
were, we were putting there
Ah,
like
no, that's a criminal.
It's a
loss.
criminal. So we, you know, I didn't even think we'd like
Someone
drink
probably
it.
took all that home.
That's exactly what happened. Someone found it. I'm fucking having this, and then took it home.
Yeah, it wasn't about protecting the kids. It was
No,
just
no,
like
I want the whiskey.
instant stash of. Oh, that's sad.
And like I say, it was probably about, I don't know, maybe 20, maybe like 10 or 15 litres or something like that
Yeah.
of whiskey. We'd bottle it in these plastic Coke bottles in every bottle we could get. That's what it is. So, yeah, that's my introduction to spirits world was this was something like that, you know. And since then, I've definitely got a passion for it and how it's made. I was always interested in how it's made.
It's the process. isn't
It's
it?
the process. Like I say, I
absolutely.
enjoy the process as much as I enjoy the finished product.
Aye.
And it's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's good learning about it.
And
fair,
it's
it's
the same in the. Sorry, jumping over what you're saying, but
Yeah, I'm used to that.
the rum would be the same thing. Is that it's not a precise science. You can tweak,
You
but
can,
you'd never know
absolutely.
precisely what you're going to get out
Yeah,
of it.
so it's just there's so many different variables,
Hmm.
so many different things that can.
I personally think that as well. If you're passionate about something, it'll be a success.
Well, yeah, I like to
it
think
will.
so.
No,
I do,
no,
I'd
hell
say.
no, hell no. I've
Yeah,
met
but
millions
with
of
the right
passionate people
business
that just
acumen
produce-
involved as well, with the right
Nice.
people
Ah.
steering the business the way it should go. The passion
do you
is
know
the
what?
big thing. Is
I'm thinking this with this stuff. I say
You add passion and skill.
that's a good, yeah. I've been at this for like, or I've been wanting to do this for like years now. But in the grand scale of things, it's not that long really.
Yeah.
So you know, some people can go their whole life chasing a dream that they've wanted to do, and after 40 years and maybe achieve it. You know, it's been less than 10 years for me from starting what I've wanted to do to getting to the point now where we're probably going to be making Spirit this year.
Ah, fantastic.
Wow.
So, and I think I'm not going to put a date on it,
No,
but I
no,
think
no,
I am confident that we will be making Spirit this year.
Right.
And for me to be able to do that before I'm 30, and I started this after I was 20, and that's like, I could not ask for more, and the people I'm working with are just fantastic folk.
And the big thing is as well, one of your first bottles off production, you're obviously going to come up here and sample it.
Oh, obviously,
Viewers will be
We'll on
to
some more
know.
chicken for you, and
the
you'll be
attic,
able to...
More
episode
scam
fucking 236.
Of course.
So it'd be nice that obviously people would be interested in your progress.
Well, I hope so, yeah. I
And
hope
just
so.
see what that bottling is like. It'd be
Yeah.
good.
I've never heard anyone talk about it around it. I don't know anybody, so it's not really representative. But on the island, it's
Doesn't
nothing
know
but
anybody.
pride. You know, it's just like, yes, there, this is an asset on
Well,
the
yeah,
island.
yeah, absolutely. I think I feel really lucky to have so much support from the locals and everything as well. And I think
Absolutely.
because I am a local,
Yeah.
you know, and it's a difference. You know,
Absolutely,
I am
absolutely.
granted I've been backed and everything like that by people, but it's the only way that I could have done it.
Absolutely. You've got to do what you've got to do, but
Oh, the Isle of Glasgow ties are immense anyway. So
Oh,
that's not-
absolutely,
that's not-
yeah.
yeah.
But there is, yeah, of course.
There's no point in being. There's no point in being super defensive about it. But it's,
No, there's
yeah,
not, and I
pretty much
don't.
as a local.
I never shy about telling people either, because you know, like I say, it's, I've
Absolutely.
got everything.
But there's no way without that you probably wouldn't. You know,
Well, I
you'd
might
just
make
end
it-
up being a dream.
The
you
thing,
know?
I think I probably would have got round to doing it, but it would have taken longer, and it would have started on a much smaller scale, and I wouldn't have been able to get the equipment because
You've
I've
been
been
involved with banks and everyone else
Oh,
taking their
absolutely,
cut,
yeah,
but
yeah,
the interest
absolutely,
and God knows what you'd have been.
But no,
charged
I've been
for it
able
all,
to go into this at the, like I say, 2,000 litre still. It's a big, you know, it's big for
That's it,
for
absolutely.
the what
For a
we're
start,
doing
that's
for a start.
huge.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
massive. And
Absolutely.
and not only is it the size of the still we're going into, but it's the design of it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Speyside Copper Works it's making still, so it's a Scottish copper works.
Gratuitous plug.
You have to, don't you?
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. That's what you're here for.
But no, I mean,
Absolutely.
so it's. But my point is, it's like a quality builders that are doing it. They know
Yeah.
what they're doing. They've got a history of doing it.
Absolutely.
It's actually the same crowd that did Ardbeg.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
wow.
and so it's LHS.
They're not too bad,
Yeah.
aren't they? They're okay
Yeah.
as a company.
We've
aren't
not got a sample yet, but yeah, there's should have heard it vouched for anyway.
Oh, I've
Their
tried
new
some of their new
You've
make.
had some.
I've had
Where'd
some
you
of
get
it,
some of
yeah.
that?
At the distillery.
Yeah.
And it's cracking. Really
Yeah, it's supposed
massively
to be-
fruity.
yeah.
Really, really nice. Yeah. Good new mix.
Oh yeah, you were talking about the fermentation. I remember ages ago
they?
reading about
Wait for it.
dunder.
Dunder, yeah.
Are you going to be doing anything with that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's basically you stick something honking into the mix to get all these
Well,
bacteria and stuff going that'll generate
there's-
these acids. You
There
know?
actually there's a difference because there's a difference between dunder and there's difference.
Nuances.
So there's difference between dunder and there's muck. So
Right.
you think people they say a dunder pit or a muck pit. So you've got dunder, which is actually what's left in the still after you've ran it.
Oh right.
So
I
that's
didn't get
the
it.
highly acidic mixture that's left. It's no alcohol. There shouldn't be any alcohol in it because you've just distilled it all out.
Yeah.
It's concentrated. Again, it's full of acids, and you can add dunder to. You can either add dunder to a fermentation to get it kick-started.
You probably need to filter that pretty heavily.
No,
wouldn't you, or not?
fucking you
Just
chuck
as
that
it is.
in. Yeah, exactly.
Fair play.
So you either add it to the start of a fermentation, you can add it to the end of a fermentation because it's acidic.
Yeah.
Some people have added it to the retorts, or you can have a muck pit. So Jamaica, famous for muck pits, Hampden Estate. You should see there's some videos on that, and it's rancid. It smells
Yeah.
horrible. Apparently, you've got all sorts of shit in there, and a lot of the time there is like sort of days gone by. I'm not sure if it happens now. But they would chuck like old fruit skins, jackfruit. They would anything going. There's rumours of like dead goats going
Of course,
chucking into the dunder
oh.
pit, into the muck pit.
Ah.
So and that is it's like that's one of those things that supercharges the flavour of the rum. You can add that to again a fermentation or distillation, and you get these specific acids because it's a bacterial. You get a bacteria that fermentates. It's like butyric acid, acetic acid, and butyric acid.
That's baby vomit.
Yes, it is. You're right. But that's again one of these things. It's
Just
like
chuck it in there.
so
and
you, like the Coroni distillery is, and their spirit is famous for this burnt rubber and diesel and oil, and it's heavy and it stinks, and it's like, and that's what some people love. So it's the same as like this.
Tell you what, Rodders, I wish you was as interesting as Ben. I'm just saying.
You'll notice though, he's thinking of that nonsense. He's just thinking of abuse for me rather than actually listening to you. So that's not
true. I heard about the goats.
So
yeah, you can't top of that.
Oh,
goat in there. It's goats. Aye, I'm in with
goats
that.
in the pit.
So see this
Goats in
one.
the pit. Yes.
This is a pretty entry level one, but
It's
see
lovely.
the nose in it. It's got
It's lovely,
a
no?
cracking nose in it. And it almost smells better than it tastes. It's got a really, really nice rose.
I can't play that game. Does it smell like grass?
That's wrong. But
In your world, Rodney, probably.
it's a bit harsher. The spirit's a bit harsher.
They're
That one.
more aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, it is. But again, it's probably quite.
It's lovely.
There's no age statement. It's probably quite young that. But again, it's a proper decent rum. No additives or anything like that. It's good. There's no fucking about with the spirit or the after it's been aged or anything like that. Yeah.
That's solid, that. That's nice. I like that.
I got a rum con.
You might be good at convert.
I was going to say,
You know
this is
what?
sounding like that.
I was going to give you a dram out of that, but I might
You're just going to keep it.
it. I'm just going to live on chicken, pineapple, and in that bottle now.
Cadenhead rum, yeah.
That's it.
Sounds good.
That's
What do you think?
I'll throw you some reduced flapjacks.
See,
just
in my
into
head,
the mix.
initially, rum was something that, because, like I say, it's rum and coke, it's rum in a mixer of some sort. I've
Yeah,
always
yeah.
got it in my head that it's not something you would drink neat. Although, obviously,
Yeah.
clearly you can, you do.
Yeah. But you
But-
couldn't like that. That's what I mean.
Well, to do this today is actually an eye-opener.
I love this because I never like the mixers. I don't like the amount of sugar. I like to taste
It's
the
all
alcohol.
about
I
sugar
always
for me.
like
I'm
that.
so sweet tooth.
I like it. See,
But
that's
this takes care of it. This is sweet enough for you.
No,
None
but,
of these-
but it's drinkable, absolutely. It's absolutely
the
drinkable.
clear
but
one. The clear one we had.
Oh, Savannah.
yeah, it was.
Was that
it
not sweet enough for
Nah. How many sugars do I have in a cup of
True
coffee?
enough. True enough.
I have 10
was
sachets
like
in
silk,
one
that
coffee,
one.
and he's asking me if that's sweet enough. It's lovely. It's enjoyable. It's a totally different.
It's different,
Yeah,
completely
absolutely,
different
totally
to whiskey,
different.
which is obviously is going to be, but at the same time,
Absolutely.
yeah, there's different qualities to each
Yeah,
each of them,
absolutely,
and you know they've each
absolutely.
got their place.
And
That's
they're all-
do you know what?
they're-
That's why I actually like when you're saying that if you like something that's a little bit sweeter or something like that, I like or mixed. But you're saying you still like taste the alcohol. That's why I like like a daiquiri, and it's
Yeah.
sharp because obviously you've got the lime in
It's
there.
not the alcohol, but it's still got that
But
sweet.
it's got the sweet. It's got well. You've obviously got the daiquiri is 4 ingredients. You include the ice. It's rum, it's lime, and it's sugar syrup. And then you shake it over ice, and it's like the perfect drink if you're going to mix a drink.
Yeah.
So it's like you say, you've got the
You've got a
sharpness.
combination of all of
yeah,
it.
you've got the sharpness, and then you've got the sweetness of a little bit of sugar, and then you've got that bite of alcohol.
I also think with the daiquiri as well that each of them flavours are different. So it's not like one drink all mixed. Oh, you got the sweetness and the sour and the savoury all together. It's actually you can pull out quite easily pull out the three difference.
I should make a daiquiri. I'm going to start talking to Colin on the slide.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, here, have another bottle of rum.
But yeah, that's it. I'll be a fucking.
There you go.
I'll be a subscriber
Just
to
turn
Ben's
them.
bottles.
Bloody
As soon as they're
mold.
producing, yeah, I'll have a bottle every month.
Yeah, just as long as you drop my name in every time.
Oh,
that's
well,
fine,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
That's I mean, we will drop your. We'll give you a decent
Yeah,
plug
yeah.
on here when you're up and running and selling, and we'll.
Since you asked.
Oh, so, I know, yeah.
And what we'll do,
Shameless self-promotion.
Yeah,
I, don't,
exactly.
I don't even care.
And what we'll do, obviously, is we'll do. We can maybe strike up deals on here that if they mention the podcast, they might get £1 off a bottle,
Yeah.
or £1 off their tour, or you know what I mean. Tourists when they come and we'll come up with something that you know we can work
keep
together.
it nice, but you can watch him. He's a proper hustler.
I like
He's always
that.
got the camel skin, you know. He's always got the
Camels and
All right, yeah, you know,
Still
do a
got the
little
ump
bit
in the back.
What can I get you today, sir?
That's right, you open up, you've got 30 watches. Anything you like? Something for the missus.
Now we were saying that the other day. You'd have made a killing during the war.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
that's it, we're talking
dead
about
bodies
work,
mixed with rubble all over the place, and you'd just be, you know, like baby shoes, miss. You know, like a pair of leggings and some fries chocolate. I think that's what you-
Only got one bullet hole in them.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, man.
Women's nylons. They always sold well in the
Strafing
war.
baby That's mental.
They think I could sell sand to the Arabs and stuff when I'm at work, but
Well, you sold everyone in that bloody. Well, never mind. That's
yeah,
going
don't
too
go
far.
mad.
No, we don't be
We need to
naming
keep our
names.
jobs, Rodders.
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
We strayed a couple of times.
I know.
Get
I was
close
gonna-
to the border there.
Fucking funny when you were going on about the first time you put up, and then eventually it came out, oh, by the way, we work for one of the distilleries.
Yeah,
We were going to keep it secret till the end and then mention it, but
I'm not going to keep it secret.
every time you kept saying, yeah, Bunnahabhain, they are. It's not natural.
Yeah,
it's like we are.
yeah.
So it's what?
Yeah.
We're like, fuck it, let's just tell them. Should we do a couple of shout outs as well? We must have a shout out for some people, haven't we?
Yes, so
We've had
nice.
some people that have mentioned and put comments on our YouTube channel. So, Donna in America, over in, I think she's in sunny California. California. I'm being all posh there, wasn't I? Hey, California. In California. So, Donna's put a couple of comments on. But yeah, thanks for that, Donna. Nice to have you on board. And obviously, recently I've gone a little bit more promotional wise with the YouTube channel, Facebook channel, and Instagram, putting stuff on there to advertise the channel. So to everyone that's subscribing to the channel, thanks for that. We literally doubled our subscribers within a couple of days, which was nice. And obviously, please just like, share.
Yeah, but two swine subscribed and then cancelled.
Yeah, we went from 20
Oops, I forgot. I didn't mean to do that.
Take it back.
we went from 20 to 39, back to 36, and back up to 38 now.
Yeah, but I want to go chasing the two.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, no, the bastards were that unsubscribed and wondered what Rodney had done wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know.
of course.
So we're saying to you two, have you seen that movie Taken? I will find you.
That's the one.
Yeah, we're
Liam
not
Neeson.
all nice and charmed. There's a dark
Yeah,
side
that's
here.
it, yeah.
Dave in the corner there, he's
Well, yeah, he's still
You haven't
waiting.
heard him yet.
no.
We'll
He's muffled
take the gag out in a
The
little
next
while.
movie, it'll be
Let
Dave
him squeal and
Unchained.
wriggle a
It'll
wee
be,
bit just to.
Have you seen what's it called?
Dave Unchained, we call that episode.
You ever seen Pulp Fiction?
Of course, yeah.
Well, there you go.
He's sitting over there with a big orange ball in his mouth.
Big old chest.
We'll take it all back.
He was one of the other ones that didn't subscribe. Or
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe.
Not subscribing, that's perfectly fine, but unsubscribe, that's a bit
Unsubscribing, yes,
personal.
that's not
Can't
acceptable.
stand for
So,
it.
and anyway, final thing, please subscribe to, and we'll put our mentions for you. We'll give you a little mention on the page if you subscribe, and
It'll be worthwhile.
it'll be good. Yeah, absolutely. One day you'll look back at it and think, them two superstars there.
Oh,
They
talked
gave
to
us
me
a
one time,
mention
yeah.
when they were.
We're
the
talking
smaller
right
people.
now. Come on, get back.
Even like Bacardi though, Bacardi can put out good rum. They've made good rum before, but you know they've got it's one of the along with
demand.
like it is exactly. You know, it depends what people want, and that's changing though recently, and it's changing in every industry, whether it be a chocolate, meat, rum, whatever. People are, you see a trend of people wanting quality over quantity, because people are starting to realise that. They want to sit and enjoy whatever they're drinking or eating or doing whatever for. You know, they want to know where it comes from. They want to know a bit more backstory about it.
Yeah. But it's not just for intellect. You can feel the heart behind it. You can
Well, that's
feel
it.
that some sort of care
That has gone into it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like there's passion behind it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get a bottle of Glen's vodka, there's one reason that people buy that.
Yeah.
To get fucked up.
Yeah.
See, I look at it as well. It's like at the moment, like Liddies and oldies and Liddles are doing like their Islay Whiskies. You know, they're doing an Islay Whiskey. But nobody knows what distillery it's from or any of that sort of stuff.
It's
So
from
it
Cleo,
means
innit?
nothing compared to going to a distillery and knowing the history and the folklore and the tales behind that distillery. Do you know what
it's
I mean?
all. The thing is as well. That's another thing as well. I suppose it's all part of it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, when you
It's all
buy
part of the
into
process.
you buy into something, you buy more than just a bottle with liquid in it. You buy into like the story that's behind it.
The whole tales, the folklore.
But
the
you can do a
history.
swine where you basically pay high money for a high ticket or for like a prestige label. But you go the other way, where
absolutely.
you actually just learn the story.
Yeah.
It's a stupid thing, but this is how we're wired.
Yeah.
Is you're going to taste more if you've invested more in the story.
Yeah, it is
Absolutely.
absolutely.
It's just
It's
the way
true.
we are.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's just sticking one on a shelf in oldies saying it's Islay Whiskey means nothing. There's no story to that. You
Here's
know, you
a-
just know it's.
One of the good story or a good kind of example of like people buying with their eyes and things like that, and false advertising as well actually. Because like, so there's a rum called the Ronzacappa, and it's
Dutch.
it's a Colombian or something like that. It's South American.
Colombian or something like that.
Probably another one from Guadeloupe.
No, good rum. That's good rum.
Good rum, alright.
So it's something like that. I'm sure it's something like that, and no one really knows like much about it. And they've got one of their biggest expression that they do is runs the cap at 23. And when you look at the bottle, you automatically presume that it's 23-year-old rum.
Yeah.
But then in the little writing, they've got Solera. And you think, you fucks. Because anybody who, and it's like 60 quid or 50 or 60 quid or something like that. So you think, right, 60 quid type price tag, 23 euros on the label, or 23 on the label, probably going to be a 23-year-old rum.
The price is about right for what you're expecting.
Yeah, for what you're expecting. Or you think 23, oh bloody hell, I'm getting a good deal for like 60 quid.
Yeah.
Well, that's still quite strong for 23-year-old. That's what you start telling yourself.
That's it, right? So then the thing is, although it's they say they use the Solera method, but actually legislation is changing this month for rum, where if you're using a blend, it has to be the youngest rum in the blend, same as whiskey. But before, you could use the oldest rum if you wanted.
Ah.
And that's
so Solera system is just a romantic way of saying
you put 2 drops of 30-year-old in there.
You've got exactly,
Yeah.
and the thing, not only that, but then it's like they don't actually have years anywhere. They've just got 23.
The number.
So apologise for a wee bit of language there, but it was completely justified.
It was justified.
So it could just be it's the 23rd cask in the row. You know what I mean?
Well, then the thing is, the Solera method is a genuine method they use,
for rum.
but not for rum.
Not for rum.
No, it's not like it's not a historical thing that people do with rum. People inherited it. What did they do? What did they mix? It's
Sherry.
Sherry, exactly. Yeah. And then, but then people. That's the frustrating thing about rum just now, is because there's quite a lot of a few brands and companies that are doing that, and they'll put rubbish aid statements on or mislead the consumer into thinking that they're getting something that they're not.
Clean its act.
So who are we outing? Who's the bastards? Colombia.
No, I'm not saying Colombia, because people in Colombia are probably lovely people and all that.
Ron Zacapa.
If you ignore the cocaine trafficking and that, Colombians are lovely people. Who's from?
Yeah, they are.
Shakira, she's Colombian, isn't she? That's good enough for me. They got my vote.
We love you, Colombia. You know, cocaine trade and Ron Zacapa
every week.
But you made Shakira.
Shakira, we forgive you for everything.
That's it. You could say do what you like with your bloody rum. You give us Shakira, you're good.
Well,
she is nice.
You just need to hand her over.
No ransom. We'll be good.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah, moving on from Shakira.
Yeah, indeed.
The hips don't lie. Apparently. I don't know.
That's actually quite.
This one's actually quite nice. What sort of percent we got on this?
It's 46%, and I'm pretty sure that one is from the column still. I think it's from the column still.
You told me this was like a wine cask.
Who did?
And if you told me this was like a wine cask on a whiskey,
you'd believe that, would you?
Yeah.
You go with that?
Oh,
yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
I've had some whiskies that were.
It hasn't got the boldness of a sherry cask, but it's kind of got that dried fruit.
But then it's funny enough. It's probably never seen a sherry cask or anything like that. This is American oak. Yeah. Although the other good thing about rum is you can you're not limited to just oak. Well, I should have taken that other bottle with me.
Listen, you're coming up 12 times,
again,
so
mate.
just
you're
pace
come up
Yeah,
again,
to be fair,
We've already recorded like 9 episodes here.
Yeah, to be fair, 1.4 million viewers is it we got now?
Mm-hmm.
They'll be
Once those two
they'll be
pricks have taken
interested
their name off
in
the
your
list.
progress. They'll be dying to know the progress of how the rum distillery is coming on. They're going to be interested, mate. So we will get you up. You can come up and give us updates.
Yeah.
Even if it's just another one like today, you know, like a 5-hour episode.
I was going to say, yeah. It must be going on for like 2 hours now, is it? Oh.
It's probably, this is the 4th time we've
Yeah,
had it recorded.
before your phone died, you probably should just sort of like, all right, enough of this shit. Just
Wrap
goodbye,
it up.
goodbye.
Yeah.
See ya!
Should we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, folks. Anyway, we've come to pretty much the end of the episode. On board now.
Just
Rodders is drunk. Ben's run out of rum. So what we're going to do, we're going to wrap it up today. So we'll hand it over to somebody. We'll hand it over to somebody just to finish the episode. Maybe a Dave song or a poem or Rodney doing his transvestite thing again. I don't know, whatever it is. But we'll have that at the end of the episode. So thanks for tuning in. And we'll speak to you next time. Blethers, next one coming up. Probably a bit more.
Or Dave. It'll probably be a Dave thing.
Oh, it could be a Dave episode. Could be anything.
Who was meant to be
God
here
only
today.
knows.
We've got
God
no
only
idea.
knows. Yeah,
Ben's not done a bad job of
Ben's
replacing
substituted
I'm in
quite well.
Substitute Dave.
They contacted me like half an hour ago. It was all just done
short
on the
notice.
fly.
He's done well. He's done well. If Dave brings this much alcohol with him, we'll be more than happy with that as well. No pressure, Dave.
But yeah, so thanks for coming in, Ben. Pleasure to meet
Thank you
meet
for having
again,
me.
mate, and thanks for all your information and knowledge. I'm quite,
be back in
quite
at
sure
some
the
point.
viewers will be interested. Like I said, we'll get you back in so folks can get an update of how you're getting on
Absolutely.
with the distillery and stuff like that, and then obviously at an even later date, we'll get you up here with one of your bottles.
Absolutely.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah, one of the
beautiful.
first
You know what I
bottles
mean?
off the run. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what would be nice if we maybe got like a little bottle we could give someone as a prize giveaway for one of your jams off.
A forged
off the line.
item
But we'll
and
sort
a
something. We'll
bottle.
sort something. No pressure.
Yeah, you've been
But we're
sent
sort-
home with a mad amount of homework. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time. Ciao, muchachos. That's
Peace,
Spanish,
adios.
that, isn't it? Adios. I know some Spanish, you know, mucho caliente.
What's that
Oh,
mean?
yeah, that's
I
really
said it to a
spicy.
bird one. That means very hot. Well, I got a slap for it. I didn't know.
Because you did it all with
Yeah, that's
mucho
that sleazy, that sleazy Reading boy
Yeah.
attitude.
And that's what you're wanting. She loved it as much as you did.
That was a show of affection, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's it. That's our episodes, Ben. That was easy, wasn't it?
That was easy.
Rodders
Talking shit
has
for
to-
like 3 hours.
Yeah, but Rodders has to do his magic now.
I know,
He's
that's a
got
problem.
hours and hours of editing.
I'll get it before
then.
Face. I'll get it before Face. That's
Oh,
all
I
I
was
can
thinking of like next week.
2022.
Fuck off.
2022. Yeah. But no. So that's basically
takes
what
a
we do.
while.
Sit up here and talk shit. But that was really good. I enjoyed that because that was
Yeah.
very informative for me. Because like I say, not being, I'm a layman. I don't know much about rum, so that was good for me.